Hey everyone, welcome back to TezMania TV and another episode of DIY or Die. I am remaking 3 t-shirts today. First one is a tight-fitted Buffy t-shirt. The second one is this slightly more loose-fitting light gray t-shirt with a skeleton hand on it. And the third and final one is a super oversized, very long, well, not a t-shirt, but a tank top. Like, look how much fabric I have to work with here. So yeah, let's get to it. We're gonna start with the Buffy t-shirt, the tight-fitted one. What we're gonna do with this is cut some of the length off as well as take off the sleeves. So I'm getting my scissors out and first cutting the sleeves off as close to the seam line as possible because I want wide straps for this top. I'm taking that cut off sleeve piece and mirroring it on the other side to make sure that I cut equal pieces. Then it's time to cut some of that length off. I'm cutting about 1/3 of the way into the side of that tank top to crop it, and I'm doing that for both sides. I'm leaving the middle because we're gonna turn that into a point. And then I'm flipping the front point, which is the only one we're gonna keep, and then cutting that little back flap off so that it's straight in the back. Then for that pointy front, we're just gonna snip the tip off and cut that into 2 triangles. There we go. Time to try it on. And it's a little loose on the side of the boobs, which usually happens when you do these kinds of projects. The way I like to fix that is by folding the fabric and putting safety pins on there. You can totally sew this if you don't like safety pins. And then you just tie those 2 little straps together and it's done. A nice little crop tank top with wide straps. I would pair this with high-waisted shorts and yeah, I really like it. Let's get cracking on t-shirt number 2, which is that slightly more loose fit gray t-shirt. This one has a stain in the back that won't come out in the wash. I'm gonna get my trusty scissors out and again cut the sleeves off. This time I want the straps to be thinner, so I'm cutting almost straight up into that neck seam. And then again mirroring that cutoff piece for the other side to make sure that they match. I'm also cutting the label off. Then I am finding the middle of the back and laying it out like that and cutting that completely open. Because this t-shirt was very loose on me, cutting it open and then putting it back together again is a great way to change the way the t-shirt fits. Then I am going to cut slits all across that open back. I'm cutting through both layers at once and the slits are roughly 1 to 1.5 centimeters in width. Once the slits have been cut, I'm gonna tug on each and every one of them, making them more spaghetti-like. Here is where we're at right now. So the next step now is to put this on inside out. I'm gonna skip the 2 top straps that are part of the neckline. We're gonna get to those later. And instead, I'm just gonna start tying the other ones back together. Now, tie as tight as you like here. I'm tying pretty tight at the top. And then after I've covered the boobs, I'm letting it be loose. Then for those top straps, I'm just holding those where they would end up naturally and then just cutting any excess off. And to fix that hole, I am using a safety pin. Again, I do love my safety pins. This will still hold together without a safety pin though, so you can skip this step if you want to. And the result is a nice detail in the back. It's a lot tighter now, but it's still loose over the stomach. So it's tight up top and loose at the bottom. Very nice and comfy. Moving on to t-shirt or tank top number 3. For this one, I'm gonna start by cutting off that little edge band or folding band or whatever you want to call it that's on the outside. I'm gonna leave it for the neckline though. And to make sure I don't fuck this up, I am cutting 1 layer at a time instead of both at once. I do this because I prefer thinner straps and I also like the fabric to be nice and flowy, which is why I'm cutting this pretty thick band off. This this is where we're at right now. The next step is to deepen the sides of the tank top. I'm gonna go down about to where the print stops and pretty much do a straight line. So just carefully cutting both layers at once and then repeating that on the other side. Next we're going to do some distressing, and you can use your scissors, but my favorite tool for this is a fish scaler. And to protect the fabric and my floor as I work, I'm going to use the back of a tray as protection. And then I'm just going over pretty much all of the edges of the tank top with that fish scaler. It just gives these nice hole details that I absolutely love. Who doesn't love a trashy tank top? Come on. So top and bottom, but leaving the main body of the tank top, and that is it. It is done. Trashy, loose and comfy, but with way more better fit than it had before. So it's like an oversized loose fit tank top. I would probably pair this with leggings. I would wear this to concerts, to nights out, just hanging out with friends. This is so comfortable and such a versatile item. That is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and remember, do no harm, but take no shit. I'll see you next time!